In other words, you have to give all the incriminating evidence. Or can you plead the fifth? Say, listen, I'm not speaking. I won't bring everything. I won't discuss this. No, you can't lie. That's for sure. But can you keep your mouth shut?
Lying. I'm not telling the truth.
But you're apostle. You're Karav. You're Karav. You're apostle. You don't know. You're apostle for Adis anyway.
To put the documents on the table.
You're not Naaman. You're not Naaman. These documents are forged or whatever it is. You have no Naamanus. You're Karav. Adam Karav Etzalatmai. Right? That's the first. Why are you apostle to be made on yourself? Because Adam Karav Etzalatmai. You're Karav. You can't testify. You're Karav. I can't say that. What? So am I mechuyev to say everything that happened in the case, even though it might incriminate me? Or can you plead the fifth? Say, I'm a Karav, I'm an apostle, I'm not getting...
1 second, if the...
In Basin.
In Basin, yeah.
If the evidence are in the favor of the other fella, what should we believe him?
Why should you believe him or you?
You, me. I'm proving that you're right.
Yeah.
Why can't
So if you prove that I'm right, I'll win. But you don't want to bring it. You don't want to bring that proof because you want to win. And you've got other reasons, but basically might not believe. You have other reasons, basically might not believe you, that will make you win. Or maybe Basin will do the pshara, they'll throw the pshara more in his way once you made a little bit. Oh, and you don't want them to give a pshara and 100% in the other guy's direction. So you're not going to throw in other information that will make Basin give him more money, more of a pshara. You keep your mouth shut. Don't say better to keep quiet. Or no, you got to spill all the beans. You got to say as it was.
It's like, can I not say you're a Talmud Chacham? Or do I have to say you're a Talmud Chacham? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm not sure what you're trying to say. I'm not Talmud Chacham.
What you're doing. What I'm saying is to help him. He owes me money.
Do you have to give all the information that's going to help the other guy? Or can you keep your mouth shut?
Against you.
Yeah. You're fighting someone else.
Yeah.
Right? Do you have to give all the information that's going to help the other guy?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
No.
You're a Karav. If it's not you, your brother, does your brother have to come and testify? No. Why? He's a Karav. You're also Karav. Why'd you have to testify? Why'd you have to give incriminating information? Keep your mouth shut.
There's a thing called emes.
And your brother does have a chiv emes?
He has no manners.
Right, you also have no manners. The same thing. Why are you different to your brother? Your brother can't testify. Your brother's not believed. You have to testify.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't owe me money. You don't owe me money. Not are you.
Your time hasn't changed. You've got the same time, and you owe me $1 million. Now, do I have to come in and say all the reasons why he doesn't owe you also?
Yes.
No, you have the same time. You're not asking for any more money. You're not Ganef. You're not asking for a penny more. It's the same $1 million. Question is, do you have to come out and say all the reasons why Basin might think, for example, I'll give you an example. A guy works for you, right? You paid a guy $1,000 to fix your plumbing, right? And he botched it up. He didn't fix the plumbing. You have to say, and he gets in there and he says, I told him $1,000 to fix the plumbing. You're right, I didn't fix the plumbing. I never promised him I'd fix the plumbing. What? Right? That's what he says. He says, I said I'll try. I said I might not be able to. It's $1,000. It's going to take me 10 hours. It's going to take me a whole day's work. It's a $1,000 job. I didn't say I'm going to guarantee fix it. I said, listen, you said you're going to fix it. I said, no, I didn't. Now, do I have to say the same? But you know what? He did fix accidentally, or while he was doing it, he fixed something else. The bathroom tile was broken and he glued it back on. Do I have to come and say that? He didn't say it. I don't have to say it.
Did he fix it?
The plumbing he didn't fix, but he fixed something else. He fixed the tiles.
Do
I have to throw that? Do I have to say that? I have to get the base. Oh, look, you fixed your tiles, so pay him at least $200 for that. He didn't say that. You should have said that. You didn't say that. It's not my fault.
So you're going on a tangent. Did he do the job? Yes or no? Did he do the job? Hey, finished.
He didn't do the job.
Finished.
But there's other circumstances, there's other reasons, there's other things that I could... Actually, you know why he didn't do the job? You know why he didn't do the job? Because in the middle, he told me not to turn on the water. He didn't realize. He accidentally turned on the water for a second there. He didn't realize. But it doesn't matter. Either way, he didn't finish the job. It took him an extra hour because I was playing around with the water. Or my kid didn't use the shower in the meantime. Do I have to say that? He doesn't know. He's got no idea. Either way, he doesn't owe me the money. I don't have to pay him because he didn't do the job.
I'm confused.
Okay, we're going to go weiter.
Let's do it inside.
Yeah.
Next shot.
I think it's a massive the reason why I'm spending so much time on it is because I think it's very important, very negay. A lot of the time, for example, someone's in a car crash, and someone says, you know what, you slammed on the brakes. But Your Honor, I was going maybe a little bit above the speed limit. Do you have to say that? I was going above the speed limit? Or no, he slammed on the brakes, it's his fault. Or do you have to come and say, but I was going above the speed limit. Happens to be my brakes weren't so, I was having issues with the brakes. Do you have to come and spill all the beans? Or no, the guy slammed on the brakes, it's his fault. End of case. Okay, I've got. So,
Why did he hit you? No.
Keeping his distance.
Oh, it's a separate channel.
okay, we're going to wrap up what we were doing last week, actually. Take a look in that. I think this is where we're up to, in the Sivas. I just want to wrap this up, the last sugya. In the Sivas, there's two little lines over here.
Wait, am I in the wrong?
Kuf Samach Beis.
in the
Yeah,
Shulchan
you're
Aruch?
in the Shulchan Aruch.
I'm in the tour.
No, Shulchan Aruch, not so. See,
Okay,
beginning
so
of-
Medini Adam. So if you remember, the Shulchan Aruch said you put the Medini Adam, you chayv Medini Shemaim. Says in the Sivas, Medini Adam. After Garmu Hezek, even though they were Geirim Hezek, Kagaim Sheyodu, these two Edom know Shashta Parua. They know that the guy paid off this loan. V'lo Ye'idu, but they didn't testify. They kept the mouth shut. V'hutzach l'shalem. And then he has to pay up the loan because there's a shtar. V'haidu achakach. Then they came to Basin office and says, you know what, we saw it was paid back, but we kept quiet. So we were sure this guy, he had to pay twice.
Yeah.
He paid twice. Afa pichein, we don't make them pay. Afilu b'dvarim b'lo chfia ein lidchaycha edim l'shalem. We don't even try and convince the edim to pay.
Wow.
Even though they were Gerimim Hezek, the Mamish was shine, they were over the Issa of what's the Issa? Imla Yagiv and Nosa Vainai. Still, we don't even try and convince them verbally to pay. Shach. Bedinei Shemaim, next Nesivas, Bedinei Shemaim they are chayiv. Vim Tofas. If someone grabs it, Mitzim Miyadai, Shach. The Shach says, if you grab from the Edim, we take it away from you. But the Bekimna b'd Rabbaminei, Mahani Tfisa. But in the case of Kimna b'd Rabbaminei,
Somebody got killed? It's come-
you can grab. So, for example, we saw the case of when the guy is he's Chaysim Sheirai, his friend. I'm plowing your cow,
Yeah.
and I in my field.
You overlap.
I'm using it, and I close the mouth, right?
Overlap.
So you overlap, called Loisachsum Shabadishai.
Yeah.
And then the guy says, you owe me money you owe me money, you could have eaten. You're supposed to eat the grass. So you owe me money for the grass. So the Gemara says, like Yeveda Mishalim. Would you get worse? It's not just for Misa. It's for Malchus and Mammon also. He gets Malchus, so he doesn't have to pay. Right? So in that case, he gets Malchus, he doesn't have to pay. So he says, Mahani Tvisa. In that case, you can grab the money. Now he says a big chiddush. It could be, he doesn't say it's a double borrower, it could be you're not even allowed to grab. In other words, since if you grab it, we take it away from you, it becomes also to even grab. No, he's talking about he's going back to the other case. It could be talking about even about Kimmel Dramamine, actually. We'll see. We're going to see in the Biurim. It could be the Lechatchila, you can't even grab it. Let's take a look in the Biurim down in the next chelik of the Nesivas. Chai b'din Shemaim. Ein shach, sekod the beishay b'shem harashal. Rabbi Kimmel Dramamine mahani tfisa v'lei b'shad v'ad. You can only grab in the case of Kimmel Dramamine. With Tumim hiksha. Well, there's a Sanhedrin. But the Rava ignuvu lei dachri b'machteres v'hadru nihilei v'lei kible hova nothing mepumei the Rav. Okay. So the case of where he's over Kimmel with the Rabbaminei, he stole from him, and he says he didn't have to pay, and the guy came to pay him back. And he says, no, I'm not taking it from you. Like Kiblei. Right? The Ikshim says, what do you mean? He's Chayv Latzidei Shemaim. Why not take it from him? V'tiris t'chashuv d'u'choyovim l'hachzir. Okay, I didn't see this inside, so I'm not clear what he's saying. V'tiris t'chashuv d'u'choyovim l'hachzir v'cholei. V'inema d'bekimle b'derab minei mahani tfisa. If you want to tell me that whether there's a kimle b'derab minei you can grab, kasha. Okay, this is what I wanted you to see the next shtickle. V'lefini is daiti. F shaloima. The nihidin tofas eina besim etzim yadai. If someone grabs something, ein etzim yadai, he gets to keep it, right? Like in the case of kibbutz dramani, you grab it, you keep it. Kol makom also lilitfais. This was his hatzah. This was his chiddush. Nesiv is his chiddush. That even if you grab it, Basin can't take it away from you, it's still also to grab. This makes sense to you? If I grab it, I keep it, but it's also me to grab. Why? Da'atam, why? See, he explains why. Da'atam the tfisa mahani. Why does tfisa help? Kosav shach b'sim chafei. Du mishum da'ovid inish nafshay. Why are you allowed to grab anything ever? How are you allowed to grab something with someone? Because there's a cloud. Ovid inish nafshay. You don't have to go to basin. Punch him in the mouth and take it yourself, right? That's the cloud. You don't need to go to basin. Just take it.
Ein Yam Shel Shlema. The Gashmias, the Ruchnias is, yeah.
You could just grab. You don't need to go to basin. So that's only the given the basin. Ois asurin din like to me are they sins basin themselves can't take from you. Can make a new basim elasis kain adkan, and he goes into the whole Ketzos here, which I haven't seen. But his Nakuda is like this: why should you be allowed to grab anything over from a guy? Because you're basically just doing what basin does.
Yeah.
I don't have to go to basin. I can do it myself. But if basin won't take from the guy, how can you take from him? And basin won't take from him, right? Because but then they all the spotter. But then Shemaim he won't. But then Shemaim they won't take from him. So maybe you can't take from him either. He's only chayav within Shemaim. You can't take from him. However, if you did take from him, we won't take it from you. That's already a shaila of muchzakos. Your muchzak we don't take from you. We basically won't take from you either. Just like basically won't take from anyone. Won't take from basin doesn't know what to do. Basin says we're not getting involved. We don't know. We don't know what it's within the Shemaim. Is chayav. We're not being mitzi. Huh?
How come he can keep it if he grabs it?
Because basin can't remove it from you. That's what it means. Basin won't take it from you. Basin says he really owes you the money. We can't take it from you. Didn't Shemaim he owes you the money? There's no question about that.
Have you seen the Shach? So you've got the base. I'm Yam Shel Shlema. He talks about giving the oven.
Yeah, we saw this on Thursday.
You saw it in Nafshay?
The Shach, saw the Shach.
It's based on there where he says the nafkamina was in the Shaila. Somebody came to a Orthodox school and they were using cholabak and milk in America.
Yeah.
He smashed all the bottles. Whole of his soul. They went to the Torah because Al Pi is allowed to do it. Because Adam didn't enough shay. Al Pi Ruchnis, you're not allowed to do it. They went to the Torah.
Okay.
I never noted down who had the shower. Wow. Yeah. Always a candle, you know that. You know these people.
Okay, now
What did Ketzos want? What's his?
it's a very long piece.
What's the Kuda? What does he want?
The whole shadow, whether you can be typhus, whether you can eat tafsir mafkin or loy mafkin. It's a long concise. It's complicated.
The halacha l'maisa.
What's halacha l'maisa?
What do we do?
So by kimle with the rabbin, you could be typhus and then mafkinon, right? By groma, we saw it's a shaila. The Pesach Shiva says it's a shaila, but whether you can say kimli, whether you can hold kimli or not. But you say I hold the tafsinon. He says efsha that you can't say kimli. By groma l'chayra. No, well, he says efsha you can't say kimli. Efsha v'ledin efsha deloy motzi typhus leime kimli. Maybe you can't say kimli.
He would always say Kimli, surely.
He'll say, I do hold. So you can say, I don't hold like this Pesach Shiva, yeah.
Mount is mount and down is mount.
No, you can't say Kimli away. It's the only.
Even though
Right, no, but if the basin will say, listen, we pass in the Pischei Tshuva says, you can't say Kimli, so you're too bad, you can't say Kimli. Basin won't let you say Kimli, say, listen, can't say Kimli.
so I can't come to your house and
You don't
steal.
want to say Kimli if somebody else holds like you.
Right.
So I can't come to your house and steal your gold candelabra to pay for my safer.
You say Kimli.
Kimberly what? Kimberly, I'm allowed to take, so I'm coming. What's your address?
So it turns out there's enough.
He's not
He
listening.
says there's
Hear
enough.
what I said?
Yeah, exactly.
Halach l'mais, I'm asking you.
It turns out that halacha l'maisa is like this. If the chiv is midaraisa, the shaila if the Pischei Tshuva, who does he quote over here? It's the shaila is if there's enough commitment if he owes the money midaraisa or midarabanan. If he owes the money midaraisa, l'chari you could be taifis. If he owes the money only midarabanan, then you can't be taifis. That's what he wants to say lemaskana. If midaraisa is potter legamre, you can't be taifis. If midaraisa is chayev, it's only min shemayim that he's chayev, then you can be taifis. Now, for example, that's like by kima b'draba minei, midaraisa he's really chayev, so you could be taifis. But with grama, with the midaraisa is really potter, just chacham machayev you with grama, then you can't be taifis by grama. The question is our case by edim. Is that like groma? Is that like kimli? So you want to say that our case is not like groma. It's more like it's deraisa. Midaraisa is mchoif tesai. Midaraisa is chayv the money. So you could be taifus in our case with the edim. L'chayr you have what to be saimach to be taifus with the edim. That's maskana.
Where do you live?
I'm not witness.
What?
You have to bring-
You have to answer him still.
Everybody saw you took my safer.
Bring me one witness.
Everybody saw that. The whole shir saw you took the safer.
Yeah.
You Modi took the safer. He told against the story. She put him alamasters over to herself.
Did you check the taxi you took on the way home?
So I went out and bought another one.
How much was that one? No?
$40.
You ripped off.
I bought a set.
Oh, there you go.
And I
Okay.
gave it to Yeshiva.
Right, sir.
And they wouldn't use it because it said on it Kahos.
Karate?
Yes. No Kahos.
Okay, base. So we Simon base. Shulchan Aruch. Rabbi say Simon base. Adam Rashai lahach. We asked last week, how'd you get a guy to testify? You got these Adim, they know stuff, they don't want to testify. How'd you get them to testify? So what do you do? Adam Rashai lahach beis hakneses. Akol mishiyadeh leyedus shova v'yoyed. So what do you do? You know, people saw, everyone saw, no one's coming forward. Everyone's scared to testify against whoever this is. The big Rav, the mafioso, the guy in town who's hiring everyone. No one wants to get in his bad books. So you can do a whoever doesn't come to testify, chayrim. Very chama. Says the Rama, aval lo yachol hashbiyan. Elim lo yaged v'nasa v'nei. You can't make them take a shvuah. I can't bring you to base and say, swear that you don't know what happened. That you can't do.
On who?
The witnesses. I can't bring the whole cult to base in, obviously.
saying.
So we're talking about, I know that you know this. I can't bring you to base and say, swear that you didn't see it. You're saying, I don't know, I didn't see. So swear. I can't make you do that. Miu. Im nirele based in Sayachshah, Lashpi on Shegidu Emes, Let's talk about this last week. What happens if
page?
Yeah. What happens if Basin sees this guy, he's testifying, and they don't like the look of him, they think he's lying. They think the Eidim was shakronim. So what can they do? They can make him take a shavua. Big chiddush. It's the Beis Yosef B'Shem Morosh.
Who?
Vayin le'al simtes zayin sof gimel ha.
Who should take a shot?
Basin can make this guy take a shavua, the Eidim. If Eidim come and testify, they say Reuven borrowed money from Shimon. And Basin thinks that these Eidim, they're no good.
Right.
They don't look good. We saw them eating without making a bracha. We don't trust them. So what do? Take a shvur that you're telling the truth.
Oh, the Adim.
Yes.
Not Shimon.
The Eidim.
That's what you asked a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
If you can make it in the
Yeah. He talks about it here. So it says the Rama, Vayin le'ala, Yesh Aimrim, Kishanais Nimcherim Be'edos, Afa Kravim Sichim Lohayed.
Oh.
So this is something else we spoke about. When you clap a Chayrim in Ta and Shul, in that case, even the Kravim and Psulim have to come and testify. Vafilu Baldova Ba'atzim Etzarech Lohayed. Says the Ramah, tremendous chiddush. This is what we were speaking about earlier. Even the Baldova himself has to testify. In other words, someone claps Chayrim, whoever knows testimony has to be made. So now I'm the Baldova. I've got to say, yeah, you should know. I turned on the hot water. That's why. Then you've got to come and start giving me a whole story because there's a chayrim, even on me, even though Korv includes me. Says the Rashba, no, the Baldov himself does not have to testify. Okay? So that means that if you're the Rashba, if you're the Baldova, you yourself you don't have to spill all the beans, even if there's a chayrim. You don't have to tell him everything that happened. Big chiddush, no? You're wanted to say that you have to testify. Rashba says, no, you don't. Even if there's a chayrim. Even if there's a chayrim and Kravim have to testify, says the Rashba, you don't have to testify. Take a look in, hold on.
Where does it say that the aid isn't on behalf of the other family, not on behalf of me? On behalf of me, I can understand.
It doesn't say.
This is what he's saying. You clap in the shul. Chaim, whoever knows testimony doesn't come. If I know testimony
Against who?
for you,
Against you.
against me, you're taking me to base it for your stupid sefer, which you never gave me.
Yeah.
You clap on the bim and you say, Chaim, whoever doesn't come,
He's willing to give aid.
or your smart sefer. So you come with whoever knows Eidos is Chayrim.
Take a shvur.
So I've got a what's it called? So what's the din? Says Rashba, I don't have to testify for you. Yesh Cholkim. Okay? Take a look in the where are we up to? Take a look at Piskei Tshuva. We'll start from the beginning. Base. Letter Ches, Piskei Tshuva. It's Tzarech L'shal Ashbiyot. If Beis Din sees there's a need to make the Eidim swear, Kagoin, Shroin Sha'am Mekilim Be'edu Sheker, Ve'edim Mekilim B'shvu Sheker. What's he talking about? Okay, so people don't mind false testimony, but they're not going to take Shvu Sheker. They're superstitious.
Yeah.
They don't want to take Shvu Sheker. Vayim b'tshuvas chasam sefer chelek cheshe mishpat siman reish zayin shekasu to push it. Zeh davkim are based in mesupakim ba'edim. That's only if they've got doubts about the witnesses. I've been based in einim mesupakim lo yochol aniton leimar einan emonim ala yad sheyishbiu. Only based in can make the witnesses swear. One of the Baldov himself can't say, I want them to swear.
Yeah, but same the dog yourself otherwise.
Exactly.
Every case you go to, you go,
Swear. Not so good. But only if the basin feels like they're dodgy.
Times.
Okay, take a look in the
Still wearing a
Shach.
watch
Sorry.
on Shabbos. And he eats machine mats on Pesach.
Smart Tezayin, Serich Shah.
So sure.
The cost of Sham, Sma, inside Tezayin, third narrow line. Serich Shah, the cost of Sham, Kagoin, Shurain Sham, Mekilim Beida Sheker, Veda Mekilim Bishvur Sheker. Okay, we saw that. Now skip to the first wide line in the Sma. Aval Ravash Kosav. You got it?
Yeah.
Aval Ravash Kosav. Delay. Delay patach elem korban shvur sa'edus. Aval shvur chayla lehun. B'mezid loika.
Try therapy. You won't know until you try.
Eid v'nikra varyon. Delay basin mas nekach v'kach lacha achar emes. So what's he saying? Why should a guy have to testify in his own case? That's what he's talking about. Why should I have to testify if I'm not Naaman? Because the lave basin mas once you testify in basin, even though you're not Naaman, we'll say you're car of your apostle. But now basin is going to start being chaykar. Now let's start digging. You can never take money unless the guy's a kosher loid. Just because the Baldov himself starts testifying, so you should know, I saw this and this happen, you can't be Moitzi Moment because you're not kosher loid. But basically now we'll start being chayka the other Eidim, we'll start digging, ask questions. V'chei shemati merivah halevi, v'gam mardach havesh bek shvus ha'edus, because of ois kedas ravosh. V'darken Moshe hevi shnei deus, That is a bit strange. Because of that's a Mordechai Bachroino. So the Darkei Moshe brought the Mordechai at the end. It says Yichayv Lahayid. The Tzorichin Lama Kasukana Da Das Achalkin Lav Shekei Nikar. Here the Ramah says Yesh Chalkin V'Chei Nikar, like the Rashba, that you don't have to testify. So he asks, it's a pella. So steering the Ramah. In the Darkei Moshe, he's mashma that the Baal Dova himself has to testify. And here he's mashma like the Rashba, Baal Dova doesn't have to testify.
He brings on to
Yeah, but here he says the second day is the Ikka. He says V'chei Nikar. You don't have to testify. And the Darkei Moshe is mashma the other way. So you have a bit of a stira. Okay, keep going.
Yesh.
V'chei Nikar. Vaf bidele al simen yud vav, aka Tes Zayin, Sif Gimel, Sosam HaMechaber, because of the filo im eschus shel ha'edus v'raya yideh behen, ze shekneg da chayv lohayed. You have to testify even if the other guy knows. V'shom nakasim oramal of klum, mashmin hiskim imay. Seems to be like there's no machlekes. Because obviously on the Shom Ma'iri, what's the case over there? The cheshnek da yedeh mi and Eidov, or yet mi and Tzarayosai. When do you have to testify? You have to come along and say, you know the Eidim are? If I know that you've got Eidim, I've got to say who your Eidim are. You don't know who saw it. You saw the back of two people that saw what happened. But you don't know who they are. I know. So I've got to tell you who the Eidim are. I've got to tell you where you hit the star. You forgot where you put your star. I saw you put the star somewhere. I've got to tell you. You should know this is where you put your star. You should know these are your Eidim. That you're mechuyev to do. V'loy Irisham be'edus sheyoy loy bal peh. It's not talking about like actual Eidus. So says the Sma, you have to tell a guy, you have to give him information to help him get his Eidus, help him get the star or the Eidim. You don't have to be made against him.
It's not proven you're going to lose.
You're not going to lose. You're not losing money because of your Eidus.
Oh, that's the point.
Only because you're bringing him closer to his star, his whatever it is.
Then he has to work it out. He has to get the person to agree or disagree.
V'yesh Yisrael Eidus. Okay, no, we're not seeing Gil yet. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Halacha Gimel Shulchan Aruch. Im akum tevel Yisrael. Next halacha.
Oh, it's a Shiloh.
Okay, so we've got this guy takes a yid to court. Im akum tevel Yisrael in court in our kois, in goyish court. Happens all the time. Goy takes a yid to court, and you're a witness. The yesh Yisrael they edus la'akum neged Yisrael. Ve'ein eid elohu. There's only one aid. So what's the din? In goyish court, he'll win. The goyish court will believe the one witness, and the yid will have to pay the goy. But in Beis Din,
Not enough.
it's not enough. He won't win. Even if it's yid against yid, one won't win, right? But you know that in goyish court is going to win. I'm not sure why it's tough game. Akum Tevel Yisrael. Let's even if you saw Tevel Yisrael, but we'll see.
it's even what?
In our court.
Yeah.
He's not allowed
Let's
to.
say if a yid's taking a yid to goyish court, and you're Eid Echad, right? So
You can't have it
the
both ways.
yid's not allowed to take the yid to goyish court. So that's maybe what the chelik is.
You
But the
can't
goy doesn't have a player. He's allowed to take the yid to
You
court.
can't have it both ways. If a yid is taking the yid to a goyish court, then surely you have to keep the laws of the goyish court. Otherwise the whole thing doesn't make sense.
He's not allowed to take him to court. He's
I
in
can't say for
Cher.
myself, but he did. There's two yid in a goyish court. Surely he has to keep the laws of the court.
No, he's in Cher. You don't know how to help him.
It's a genuine case. Let's say it's a genuine case.
To go to Beis Din. Why are you going to court?
Plus,
I have to help you. Help you being over a serum.
plus
Why
of
should I
course,
help
you
you?
got dinner the Malchus of dinner. Once you go to a goyish court, you have to keep the laws of the country. If in the country
I don't think that's dinner the dinner. You don't have to. There's a dinner moment between two people. It's dinner the dinner to testify or to pay.
Why not?
Because you don't go to prison if you don't. I mean, I'm not talking about like alimony or whatever they call it.
The Ram says in the Doran,
If-
din
if-
Malchus din only applies on a thing which is where the tax is wrong. It's forever. And
It's
not a
tax,
thing-
right? This is
it's
not tax.
There's not a thing which is.
There's not taxes issue. This is
No, this is the
two
thing
people have a
that's
case. The king doesn't care who's chayiv in this case.
but this is the-
Guy's a car crash. You have to testify. There's din of b'chusa. I don't think there's din of b'chusa such a case.
What was your lawyer say? A goyish, I went to a goyish lawyer who say you have to testify.
No, you don't, there's no law that says you can plead the fifth. You don't have to testify.
No lawyer's going to say that.
What?
There's no lawyer that can say that.
What?
They normally say you
have to testify,
You
no
speak to
matter.
your lawyer. They'll say don't testify. You'll only get in trouble. They'll accuse you of perjury. You get fined. You get the judge can penalise you. Stay away. Don't get involved. That's what most your friend who's a lawyer will tell you that, right? The other guy's lawyer will say you got to testify, but your lawyer will say stay that away from it. You only get yourself in trouble, right?
Where we now?
So Gimel. So you know Edus. He gets put in cherem, okay? You don't have to pay. What? Right, you don't have to pay. They basically put you in cherem
For what?
for testifying.
Against the Yid.
Shut off for a minute. Decades, right? Rabbi Lamed Yom. Shach says, "V'ayim mashal yam sheshleima baba kama dimreit zileshalem matirim lo." He says the Heilige Marshal, we put him in cherem, but if the guy says, "I don't want a cherem, I'll pay the $50," so pay the $50 and you're out of cherem. Okay, so in other words, you got a way out. Buy yourself out of cherem card. Says the what's it called? Says the Marshal. Says the Shachove. He's saying, who are them? We don't put the guy in cherem in the first place. If the guy says, "Don't," you know what? I'm not going to be put in cherem. I'll pay up. And don't put me in cherem. We don't put him in cherem. We don't have to put the guy in cherem. If he pays up, there's no cherem for him.
Why is he giving ages?
Why is he?
Yeah.
Because he wants to.
No, what's the ages say?
Whatever.
No, he's high. Why should I pay?
Because you made him pay. You made him lose. You made him win. Whatever it is. You took money from one. You gave
Even
it
though
to the
it's
other.
MS. Even though it's MS.
Even though it's MS. Yeah, even though it's MS.
Doesn't pay to be truthful, does it?
It does. We'll see. So take a look in the. Keep going. That's the.
Shach.
Letter Vav in the Shach. Ein Mishantim Ma'isai.
Vav in the shaft.
Next page. Kuf Samachet up on page. Ein Mishantim Ma'isai.
Shach at the top.
If the guy admits that it's true, then he doesn't get put in cherem. Mashal Kosasham. Dafka Heche da Hoida al Alvos Stam. V'kof al Arviach Dikechel Hashem. Loi Mishantim Lei. Israel bedin Akum Tfei Mo Milo Hoyo made all of bedin Israel. How is it mutalayid loy? Hey neidechad, hey shnaim. He's saying like this. Of course you can testify for a goy. If a goy owes a yid money, you can testify for him. Do we have time?
11 o'clock.
Okay, we'll just wrap up with this one. We'll try and see we'll begin with Sma. Sma Simchaf Aleph. Aval ein chayiv l'shalem. Last line in the Sma. Ein chayiv l'shalem. Tzarachian. The B'yerdeh Siman Shin Lamed Dal Kachoshev Ator V'Mechaber B'Sif Bem Gimel Dvarim Shemanad Nois Alem. He lists the things where you chayiv nidui. Because of Sham. Yeah, last line in the Sma. He lists all the things that chayiv nidui. Because of Sham Chi Hameid Al Yisrael